Welcome to the Thurston County Board of County Commissioners public hearing regarding Commissioner District Boundary Line Adjustments. Purpose of this meeting is to accept and consider public comment on the proposed adjustments to the Commissioner District boundary lines. This is a hybrid public hearing. Those wishing to testify have joined in person, by Zoom, emailed in comment, or mailed in comment. If you wish to testify, please visit the Thurston County homepage online and select announcements of public hearings on the left-hand side. I'm not seeing that it looks like we're muted and our video's off. The live stream.
I don't know where Amy has gone.
Okay, I'm going to start over. Welcome to the Thurston County Board of County Commissioners public hearing regarding Commissioner District boundary line adjustments. The purpose of this public hearing is to accept and consider public comment on the proposed Commissioner District boundary lines. It's 3:47 p.m., getting a little bit of a late start based on the end of the Commissioner meeting. My name is Ty Menser, Chair of the Board. To my left is the Vice Chair, Commissioner Gary Edwards, and to my right is Commissioner Carolina Mejia. To her right is the Assistant County Manager, Robin Campbell, and to her right is the Clerk of the Board, Amy Davis. This public hearing is a hybrid hearing. Those wishing to testify have joined in person, by Zoom, emailed in comment, or mailed in comment. If you wish to testify, please visit the Thurston County homepage online and select announcements of public hearings on the left-hand side. The information to join this public hearing remotely has been posted there. If you do not wish to testify but would like to listen and follow along, please watch the live stream through the Thurston County YouTube channel to help us manage attendance. Jamie Caldwell, Senior Office Assistant, will provide information on this topic. I will read names on the sign-up sheet. Assuming those on Zoom wish to testify, they will be called out after the folks in the room have testified. You have 4 minutes. Time may not be given to another person. When you are called on, please state your name and address for the record. Public hearing is now open. Jamie will present background information of the proposed amendment, written comments submitted, and any additional information requested by the board. Good afternoon, Jamie.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, very well.
Perfect. Give me just 1 second and I will start sharing my screen here. Are you guys able to see that PowerPoint presentation okay?
We can. It's in the mode where we're seeing the advanced slides, but we can still see it.
Okay. If I put it on the actual presentation itself, it occupies both my screens, and then I kind of lose my control to be able to stop sharing it. So I've kept it on that one there.
Okay.
We start off with by defining what the redistricting is. Governments redistrict every 10 years immediately following the decennial census. Redistricting is the process of changing boundaries of voting districts so that all districts have the same number of people. As states and communities grow and change, people's representation in government begins to get out of balance. Redistricting brings everything back into balance. Rules for local redistricting are very similar to state redistricting as required by the US and state constitutions. In general, local redistricting plans are required to draw internal districts to be nearly equal in population as possible, as compact as possible, in a geographically contiguous area, not used for purposes of favoring or disfavoring any racial group or political party, to the extent feasible, coincide with existing recognized natural boundaries and preserve existing communities of related and mutual interest. So when we look at slide 3 here, this was the original timeline that was laid out and then revised based on delays in receiving the census data. We're currently on step 3 of this process. If we come over to slide 4, our main objectives were to move whole precincts along commissioner borders, move the minimum number of precincts necessary to balance the population, have all elected officials and candidates remain in their current district, and meet with stakeholders early before we got census information to agree to this approach. Let me come over here to slide 5. This was the timeline we were striving to meet for the December 31st deadline to adopt a redistricting plan. Even though we initially started off with a delay in receiving the census information, we're currently running slightly ahead of our plan schedule by just about a month. This presentation in total was shared with the port on October 18th and the PUD on October 26th, and neither had any objections to it. When taking a look at slide 6 here, we anticipated the population total to come in around 290,920 people. In order to balance out the population in each district to get them as equal as possible, each would have to have approximately 97,000 people. That would have required us to move approximately 4,300 people from District 2 to District 1 and 1,890 people from District 1 to District 3. The black circles on the map were the areas of focus that were proposed to the Board of County Commissioners in which we plan to make these precinct moves. These focus areas would prevent us from splitting any precincts, as well as avoid any current commissioners or candidates from being moved outside of their current districts. When we look at slide 7, this is just a digitized version of that map. When the population totals came in, we discovered that there were actually 294,781 people in the county. And this meant that we would need to move as close to 5,576 people as possible from District 2 and redistribute them between District 1 and District 3. Of those people moved, District 1 needed to receive 3,745 people, and District 3 needed to receive 1,831 people. Our goal was to have each district contain as close to 98,260 people as possible. Let's see, we wanted to make sure that it was clear on this map that you were able to visualize where the current commissioners and candidates are located, and we have them outlined on the map so that you can see we aren't moving anyone out of their respective district with any of these precinct moves. We look at slide 8 here. This map here is a zoomed in version of the previous map. We wanted to enlarge those focus areas and make it easier for you guys to see that we are planning, the moves we're planning on making. The first proposed set of moves shifts precincts number 80, 307, 308, 309, 310, 311, 316, and 337 from District 2 to District 1. Those are the dark green highlighted precincts, and after moving, they would then become dark purple in color. Precinct 80, which is the one in the upper right-hand corner outside of those focus areas, is the only one that outside of those areas being moved. That was a specific request by our elections department because that precinct has under 10 voters in it, and they eventually want to combine it with another precinct after the moves are all completed. The second set of proposed moves has precincts 219 and 243 shifting from District 1 to District 3. Those are the dark purple highlighted precincts, and after moving, they would then become dark peach in color. Due to the population density in these precinct areas, a third move is recommended to shift precincts 67 and 412 from District 3 to District 1. Those are the dark peach colored precincts, and after moving, they would then become dark purple in color. Going down here to map 9 or slide 9. That first move would shift 5,455 people from District 2 to District 1. The second set of moves would shift 2,722 people from District 1 to District 3. And the third move would shift 817 people from District 3 to District 1. This slide shows you what the new boundary lines will look like after the moves I just described are completed. And as you can see, no current commissioners or candidates were moved out of their respective district. Slide 10 here, after all the moves are completed, District 2 would end up with a net loss of 5,455 people to end with a population total of 98,382, which is 33.37% of the total population. District 1 will have a net gain of 3,550 people and will end with a population total of 98,065, which is 33.27% of the population total. District 3 will have a net gain of 1,905 people to end with a population total of 98,334, which would be 33.36% of the population total. This map here is what the final boundary lines would look like with the focus areas removed. So to circle back around, we feel that we've achieved our objectives of moving precincts along the commissioner district borders, moving as few precincts as necessary to balance out the population total. We did prepare one proposal that was shared with our stakeholders, and we have kept all elected officials and candidates in their current district. With that being said, we'd like to welcome any questions or comments.
Commissioner Mejia,
No questions.
Commissioner Edwards?
I have no questions, but I would like to make a comment that they've done a heck of a job in a short period of time, and I'd just like to recognize that. Thank you, folks.
I would just like to add, thank you, Commissioner, that I appreciate the work that staff did, and we collaborated closely with the auditor's office and our geodata team, who provided so much information, because Commissioner staff does this once every 10 years. We relied on experts to help us along in the auditor's office. So we just really appreciate the work that they've done as well. So thank you.
No one signed up to testify? Okay, and now I think there's nobody on Zoom. So with that, is there a motion to close the public hearing?
Sir, I would make a motion to close this public hearing.
I'll second.
Call for the vote.
Commissioner Mejia.
Aye.
Commissioner Edwards.
Aye.
Commissioner Menzer.
Aye. Motion carries. Public hearing is closed, and I believe we're going to be taking up action at a later time.
Yes, we'll put this on your agenda to approve the redistricting.
The board is in recess till 5 p.m. where we have 2 additional public hearings. See you then.
Thank you, Commissioner.